Blinking. I'm going to go through these charts here shortly with you. The monthly chart, I've got some pretty good information, I believe, that will be helpful you in upcoming days here. Currently, Tesla is up approximately 50 cents after hours from last Friday. And due to FSD being price being cut in half from approximately $200 down to just a shade under $100, so per month. And it's going to generate some money for Tesla, and it's going to continue to grow like everything at Tesla. It's not a barn buster by no means currently, but it can be in the future, especially with robotaxi coming online. FSD will gain and gain in popularity, and so it looks like somewhere between 600 million and $1 billion here. It'll push Tesla's bottom line up, and that's impressive for anybody. But I want to talk a little bit about this war. Forgive Grandpa and his voice. I'm still under the weather, believe me. So Iran attacked Israel directly. They sent 180 drones. Not one of them made it over top of Israeli airspace. They all got stopped. They sent 120 ballistic missiles. They're the ones that go up into space and come down. They're the ones that could carry nukes. Not that any of them were. And then they sent 30 cruise missiles. This is according to the Israelis, the stats I'm giving you. 99% of everything sent was shot down. The ones that weren't shot down, I believe, were some of the ballistic. So, 1 or 2% of those ballistics made it through. There was one person killed in Israel, and there was some damage, but nothing like it could have been. So it's looking good for Israel. Their Iron Dome, that's where they take out the low-flying stuff, and then they've got the next layer up that takes out the medium-flying stuff, and then they have the one that takes out the ballistic missiles. And who helped Israel in this endeavor was Jordan. Jordan stepped up, and they shot down drones and whatever they could shoot down, cruise missiles. Saudi Arabia also stepped up to the plate. The French, one of their bases over there, I don't know if it was in Iraq or Syria, but they were shooting down drones and missiles. The RAF, I was impressed with them. They scrambled jets from Cyprus, and they were jolly on the spot, them guys, and they were early to the game. And I was impressed with the UK. And the US, they shot down stuff with their ships and with their planes. And I know in southern Syria, they knocked out a bunch of drones, stuff like that. But so, where's this go with Israel? Because Israel's saying that they're going to respond. And the reason this is relevant to you is the markets do not like uncertainty at all. Uncertainty. And that's what we really need to talk a little bit about here, because we're really in an uncertain time here. And markets do not like that. They don't like it. Hey, before I forget, like, share, and subscribe, and don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice or political advice or any other advice. Just think of Grandpa as the entertainer that he is, because Grandpa is entertaining, to say the least. Okay, so uncertainty in the market. Okay, we're right now, the U.S. is already pressuring Israel not to respond in any way, shape, or form. But here's Grandpa's thing on this. Iran sent all this stuff over. Okay, 120 ballistic missiles. Israel spent $1 billion itself defending itself last night. $1 billion in munitions, and they did a super job. But what if the case was that they sent double the amount that they sent last night? Uh, did they just want to see where Israel's potential breaking point was on their defense system? This is Grandpa's take on it. So think about that. They sent 120 ballistic missiles. If they would have sent, say, 360 cruise missiles and 500 drones, what would have the outcome been? Would they have gotten 99% of those? Doesn't seem likely, even with all the help that we've had. And they were predominantly just going after Israel. If they were landing bombs on Jordan and Saudi Arabia and the French and UK and stuff like that at the same time, it would have been less help for Israel. And Israel's a very tiny country. But anyway, so that's a scenario that I haven't heard on the news is that this was really just a test to see how good Israel's defense really is. And they got that test last night. Well, it's really good. It's absolutely very good. It's this Iron Dome stuff and all their technology, that's Israel's technology. They share it some with the U.S., and the U.S. is using it to predict power outages in New York and stuff like that. But and there's many uses for their Iron Dome technology that they have. Okay, so on a scale from 1 to 10, Israel is a 10, and at best, Iran is about a 2. They cannot stop Israel from wiping out their oil shipments, their nuclear program. They have no way currently. They will in the future. Right now Israel's got the Iron Dome and all the deterrence. But as time goes on, everybody will steal the technology, and they'll all have it. And then it won't be where Israel can go in and take out their ability to ship oil and take out their refineries. And currently, let's see, 90% of Iran's oil is sold to China. Think about that. 90%. They recently reached a 5-year high for production. And who's our other big threat in the world with Taiwan and everything else? And who's sending drones and stuff up to Russia to help Russia against Ukraine? It's Iran. And Israel has a chance to set them back in time 40, 50 years. Would it be the worst case scenario? Maybe not. They, if they don't have money to make these weapons, they can't make them. And if if you take out their oil and you set back their nuclear program some, um, I think the rest of the little Arabs in the area, we got Jordan and Saudi Arabia. They come up to the plate and helped Israel, and that was awesome. But I'm leaning towards, in Grandpa's opinion, seeing Israel take them. This is their chance. They were 100% attacked, and the next attack is going to be way bigger. It's going to really hurt Israel, I believe. And I think this was a test attack. I think it was a test attack. And that's just only Grandpa's opinion, okay? It's only Grandpa's opinion. And the bottom line is the Lord has this, got a text from a pastor friend this morning, and that was his comment. The Lord's got this. And I know it's true, but you still, you want, as a Christian, you want Israel to prevail. And they will. In the long run, Israel will prevail big time with the Lord's help. Okay, so let's look at this monthly chart here, and but uncertainty in the markets. We pulled all our buy orders that we had down below in place. We had substance at 152, 161. And we had some at 161 area, and we pulled them all. I want to see what goes on here on Monday. Our world is so crazy, and now that Israel did good against these guys with the help of the U.S. and everybody, they may just forget that there ever was a problem. But I think there's got to be some uncertainty in the markets. Everybody's talking about what's Israel going to do? What are they going to do? And in Grandpa's opinion, they cannot, if they just can't turn a blind eye to this. And giving Iran a slap on the wrist ain't the answer. I think they need to take out their oil, put them back in the Stone Ages, and start over. They got plenty of other adversaries to fight with. And Iran has been a thorn in the side of many, many countries for a long time. So here you go. Let's look at this monthly. It's a sell signal. It's been a sell signal for well over 2 years. Dominant trend is down. The dominant trend is down. And periodically you get where the dominant trend is up. But for the most part, it's down. And currently the dominant trend is down in the monthly, the weekly, and the daily. But I want to point out this wick here. This wick here, so from 144, $43 down to 101 is wick, $43 wick. That means it went down there and it was pushed back hard. So, we have substance at 101. This one made it to this candle over here prior to the 101, made it to a 108 area, 108, whatever. So my point is this. It took off down from the 144 point, $144, and $43 down and back up very quickly. Okay, this is quick movement. Okay, it's a wick. no body even. Okay, there's no time and very little time involved in this wick, and so when you have your opportunity at 101, you better be on the ball because you might not get your next opportunity. That's just Grandpa's humble opinion on that. Oh, I should go through our. So we have substance in the 150, 152, 161. Up above, we have substance at 203, 252, and 284 on the top. You're going to see all these numbers in your future according to Grandpa. Grandpa knows stuff. And yeah, we have everything indicating a sell in the monthly. So we'll look at the weekly and see if that will help you in Tesla. Oh man, everything is a sell except for the hull is turned up and is giving us a buy signal. And we're moving sideways. Do not buy based on that hull, okay? In the weekly chart, that thing tomorrow could be just flick down and not even be a buy. So we got beautiful sell signal moving sideways. Well, truthfully, I think we're going to probably move sideways in the 165, 175, give or take a couple, $2-3 on either side, pretty much through the week. Very likely. That's just currently what I'm seeing. Okay, so talk about sideways. Here you got up, there you got up, now you got down in the daily. And we have a sell signal in the daily. And that's all I know about that. And so, we had 30 million less shares sold on Friday than usual. 30 million less. But it was on lower prices, so they tell you that that's a good thing. But I'm telling you, it's a sign of weakness. It's a sign of weakness. The market makers bailed out of the market is what happened. They smelled the same rat. I never traded a share on Friday. I smelled a rat. The range was in about a $2.50 range at best, $2 most of the whole day. Something wasn't right. And then we got the news on Iran and Israel. But the uncertainty in the market is going to be huge until Israel makes their decision. And when they do, depending on how they go about it, I know what I want them to do, but that don't mean nothing. Grandpa's not on the board advising anybody what to do anymore. I don't even advise Grandma what to do. So, you take it the way it is. That's the way it is. Okay, hey, think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does. See you Monday sometime, hopefully.